Welcome to this Mantium tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to build an e-commerce ChatGPT chatbot using Mantium. So in this tutorial we're going to learn how to upload and transform datasets using the CSV data connector, because the dataset that we're going to be working with is a CSV data that contains Amazon product information, and we're going to use this to build an e-commerce chatbot to show you how you can build applications in Mantium and then go over to ChatGPT to be able to interact with such application. And the possibility of this is actually endless. You could build chatbot for your e-commerce use case to improve product discovery, handle different customer service complaints, and also do a lot more. Let's navigate to the Mantium platform, and in the Mantium platform the first thing you want to do is to create the dataset we're going to work with. Notice right here I have some applications that I've already created. I've created the e-commerce application, tested it is ready to go, but I'm going to show you how you can build that. On the left navigation bar, click on data sources, and you want to set up the CSV data source. So I'm going to click on add the data source, and we have a couple of data sources here. We have files, PDF, docs, readme, and a lot more data connector or data sources coming. So click on CSV. I'm going to provide a name and say product CSV. Yeah, any name, save and test. So I have this CSV connector ready to go, and the next thing is to upload the files that we're going to work with. I've prepared the CSV file. The CSV file contains different Amazon products, so I'm going to drag and drop it right here, and then I'll click on upload. So that would upload the data to Mantium in a few seconds. We're going to work with this data and then click on finish and sync. Right, so Mantium will perform a synchronization job, the initial one, to get our data ready for us to be able to add transformation on this data and then make use of it in our application. Yeah, the data set is ready, and the next thing to do is to click on create custom data set. So this way I'll give the name of the data set, and we can say Amazon e-commerce data. I can add, because I've created the data before, so I can add something to differentiate it from the previous data I created. I'm going to save it, wait for Mantium to perform the job, and have my data set, and then we can begin adding different transformations. Perfect. So the next thing to do is to actually add transforms, and the only transform we're going to work with in this tutorial is the combined columns transform. We have other videos that go over different transformations that you can add to your data set to get them ready for AI applications, and you can check the YouTube channel and also link in the description for more videos. So I'm going to click on combine columns, and this we're going to use it to combine multiple columns into one, and the name of the final column is going to be manipulated text, is the destination column. And here I'm going to input all the columns I want to combine together and how I want them to be combined, the pattern, right? So I'll just show the first one and then I'll do the rest. So I want item ID to be in the column, and this is the name that would show up, and I'll click on item ID here, delimit that by comma, and then I'm going to add market_place, and I'm going to click on this marketplace. Perfect. So again, delimit that by comma, and then I'll do the rest to combine all the columns. Great. So everything is done. If you take a look at the pattern, I have the ID, I have the marketplace, I have country, I have product bullet point, I have different information, and I'm going to combine everything into a single column. Now that this is done, the next thing to do is click on the save and run button. So that would save the transform, and then we'll have a new destination column with all the combined columns. The data set is ready, so you have that in the manipulated text column, and if you click on it, you see that we have all the information about a particular product ready to go in that particular row, and we have a column for it. And this is what we're going to use to create an application that we're going to interact with in ChatGPT. Now that the data set is done, I'll navigate to the app section by clicking on apps, and we're going to create a new app to work with that particular data set. So click on new app, and just to mention, we have different templates. We have content creation template, customer support template, template, personal knowledge management system template, and you can also suggest an app template. So this is if you don't understand how to create an app, you can easily use a template to get things easily started for you and work with different data sets that are well curated, and you can easily do this in a few seconds and work with that. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to work with custom application. That is, we want to create our own application with our own data set, and we've seen how to prepare, how to import and upload the data set to Mantium. So click on use template, and here I'm just going to select the data set. Remember the reason why we named our data set Amazon e-commerce data 1. That's the name I gave the data set. We're going to select that. You can see that I have a bunch of data sets already on the Mantium platform, and this is the place where we're going to provide the name of the column. Let me explain the difference between standard and advanced. The difference between standard and advanced is that the standard option allows Mantium to perform different transformation for you that will get your application ready to be used in ChatGPT. While the advanced, you must have had your embedding column. So you must have used the transform, the generate embedding transform to create your embedding column, and Mantium is just going to take that and spin up your application for you, or create a destination in the vector database using your embeddings. So we're not going to work with the advanced in this tutorial. We're going to work with the standard, and we're going to provide the destination column in the previous step. So easy way to know the name of the column, click on view data set, and Mantium would help you retrieve your data set, and I can just easily copy the name right here and I'll just input that here, right? So everything is done, very simple. And take a look at this right side. Here's where we're going to provide the name. So we're going to provide the name. I'm going to rename the app to be e-commerce application, right? And I'm going to also add the one to just differentiate it from my other e-commerce application. So add app description. This app enable quick search through custom data sets. So we can rename that to something like, Amazon e-commerce data set. Right? So you can enable saving of content from OpenAI. We're going to skip that in this tutorial. So just fix this. And quick note, I'll talk about the app configuration, the advanced mode, and this is where we're going to add configuration to be able to interact with our app over in ChatGPT, and we're going to give it a name. I'm also going to give it a description. I can easily just work with this name, just give it something. I'm going to say e-commerce apps, something like that. I can make use of this description again, description for ChatGPT. Yes, so I can skip the ChatGPT query description and this as well. And it's very important to provide the OpenAI credentials. If you haven't created that, you can easily click this button to create your OpenAI key, and I'll leave a link in the description below that would guide you on how to retrieve your key from OpenAI and set it up in Mantium. Now everything is ready to go. We've done the app configuration to be able to use it in ChatGPT. We've added our data set, and the next thing is to click on the save button, and everything will be ready to go for us. And the last step to make use of our application in ChatGPT, or to be able to query and get interesting responses from our application, is to click the deploy button. So I'll click on that and wait for a few minutes for Mantium to deploy the app, and I'll take you over to ChatGPT where we're going to make use of the application. Fantastic. So the job has been completed. You can see the application is ready to be you can see that you can see the application is ready to use in ChatGPT. We have the managed data set, the managed Redis vector database as well. This is just showing how the data actually flows, and we can see all the jobs have been completed. So this is the access token and the app URL in case you want to create your own ChatGPT plugin by yourself. So this means you have the developer access by OpenAI that enables you to create your own plugin in OpenAI ChatGPT. But if you don't, that's what this tutorial is all about. We're going to make use of the ChatGPT plugin, the Mantium official ChatGPT plugin itself, to be able to interact with this application. And also, if you have the access, you can check the link in the description below for a full tutorial on how to create your own plugin that will enable you to interact interact with this application. So I'll navigate to my ChatGPT screen. You can see that this is my ChatGPT account, and I've selected the GPT-4 model, and also I've also selected the plugin beta. So this means that if you want to reproduce this, you have to have access to the plugin. That means you're a Plus subscriber. And also you can see they said available exclusively to Plus users, right? So now that that's out of the way, let me show you how to quickly set it up. You see that Mantium has been activated as the official plugin that I'm using, which is Mantium official plugin that fetches user created application from Mantium and retrieves relevant information based on user query. So if you don't have this, easy way to do that is navigate to plugin store. And again, what I was talking about is I have access to develop my own plugin. So it should, in case you do, you can develop your own plugin using this button, and you can check the link in the description for more tutorial on that. So I'm just going to search for Mantium, and if you haven't installed, just click on the install button, and that would install the Mantium plugin, which are going to give access to your Mantium account. And after doing that, with just a few clicks of button, everything is ready to go. So I have it installed. I'm just going to close this, and we can start making use of the application. So the first prompt is I'll tell it to list all Mantium applications in my account. That's the first question, the first prompt, just to see all the applications that I have in my account, and I'll send. You can see that use the Mantium plugin, and it's listing out all the applications, everything that I have. It's hidden the ID for security purposes, and then the description follows. And you can easily confirm this by going to my application dashboard. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. And see 1, 2, 3, 4. The name, everything is appropriate. Now this shows that everything is ready to go. So I can start making use of this to get information about the product. So I'm just going to paste this prompt. I said using the Mantium plugin, suggest a male shoe that I can wear for a presentation. So that means the result we are expecting to get back from this prompt is that it's going to give us different Amazon products, different shoes for male, using the data set that we've uploaded. And this is a nice chatbot that you can use for your e-commerce application with your own particular data set. So it's just going to take a few seconds. It's going to use the Mantium plugin again, and then we'll get the response back. Nice. So goes to give us different suggestions for our presentation, for my presentation, different kind of shoes I can wear, and then I can click the link to the product to make purchase, to make orders. And this is a nice thing you can do to incorporate AI into your product using your own data set. Of course, the links are experimental links. They are not actual links, but should, in case you have like a nice e-commerce website, you can incorporate the link into the data set, just like I've shown you in previous steps, and everything is ready to go. So that's it. You can take this, you can ask more questions. It's up to you. I just wanted to show you how to create a chatbot in ChatGPT using Mantium with your own particular data sets, and we've been able to accomplish that. So if you have any questions at all, if you need any help, scan this barcode to join us on Discord, and I'll be available to answer your questions and welcome you to the community. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.